Hi, how are you?
Is that a good feeling? Baruch Hashem. Is that a good feeling to be unmuted, to be heard?
I know. You're like in control of me over there.
Who's with you? Tell me who's sitting
I
on
feel
your
like,
lap.
by the way, like when you wash and the host's, still talking while you wash and you're stuck.
I know everybody else can speak, and that's a special language. Nu right? Nu
Right.
nu.
New,
You think we can get A.B. Rottenberg to write a song instead of Yeshiva Charade? We'll call it Hamoitzi Raid.
Right.
Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, Over here, I have my daughter Miriam. She joined, and Ita, and there's Chesky. He's also here.
So say hi to Rabbi Blaustein.
We're all Talmidim Rabbi Blaustein because I'm a Talmud, so we're all. And she was actually in Camp Aguda, happens today. She was in Camp Aguda.
Ah, very nice. Very good. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. We're going to have additional raffles this week, even before the story. We're going to say Tehillim. That's been is this the first time you're on, Ellie?
I was on this past, when was I on? I was on one more time before this.
Okay, well, thank you. And is there something that you tell me that you still currently draw from Rabbi Blaustein over the years of camp?
Rabbi Blaustein, there's too many things that I've learned. Some people have a Rebbe just for 1 year or 2 years, or even BasMedish a couple years. Rabbi Blaustein has been my Rebbe probably since, I don't know, maybe since first grade until in my probably almost 30 years old. First off, being my third grade Rebbe, and then being a Rebbe in shul, in Pirchei, and Matzah Shabbos, and a Rebbe in camp for years and years and years and years. So when I think about what Rabbi Blaustein taught me, it's endless. But one thing I do remember, every morning, I think about it now. I wake up my kids, and I tell my kids, Rabbi Blaustein used to have a morning show. He used to have a morning show every morning, and usually you were too sleepy in camp to pay attention. But if you did pay attention, it was the funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Just like you're broadcasting this, Kiva, he had a whole broadcast and a whole radio show with especially the weatherman Harold Hussein. Do they still have Harold Hussein, whatever, the weatherman on 680? Not really.
No, not so much anymore, but I think Harold had his name legally changed from Hussein to Insane.
Insane, okay. So Rabbi Blaustein, the morning show, get out of bed, you sleepy, lazy head, get out of. That's how, if you ask my kids, that's how I wake them up in the mornings. But Rabbi Blaustein in the mornings and Shachar, especially when it comes to davening or saying Tehillim, Rabbi Blaustein, there's a lot to learn about how he davens, especially as Yehi Shmei Rabbah, who can't forget about that. Takes his tefillah very seriously, and that's something I've learned as we're about to start saying Tehillim. Shir hamalos mimama kim krasicha Adonai.
Shir hamalos mimama kim krasicha Adonai.
Adonai shema v'koili tiena zecha kashavos l'kol tachanunai.
Adonai shema v'koili tiena zecha kashavos l'kol tachanunai.
Im avonos tishmor ya Adonai mi yamod.
Im avonos tishmor ya Adonai mi yamod.
Ki imcha haslicha l'ma'an tivarei.
Ki imcha haslicha l'ma'an tivarei.
Kivisi Adonai kivasa nafshi v'lidvaroi haichalti.
Kivisi Adonai kivasa nafshi v'lidvaroi haichalti.
Nafshi l'Adonai mishamim laboker, shamarim laboker.
Nafshi l'Adonai mishamim laboker, shamarim laboker.
Yachel Yisrael el Adonai, ki im Adonai achesed, arbei imay fedos.
Yachel Yisrael el Adonai, ki im Adonai achesed, arbei imay fedos.
V'hu yiftes Yisrael mikol avonei sav.
V'hu yiftes Yisrael mikol avonei sav. Yasher koyach, Eli. Especially when I woke up camp and I realized after my whole performance that the PA system was off. those days. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, the Sefer Achas Sha'alti, number 2. I've got an incredible true story. This was asked to Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein. What happened was there were forest fires at a certain time in 2007 around the city of Modini Lilit, and there was a shaila that was asked. On Shabbos, there was a special plane that came to put out the fire. And the plane did unbelievable acrobatic feats in the sky. And all the kids and the adults, they went out there, look, 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 look. Wow, it's going like that. It's putting out the fire and it's spreading a certain type of sand and it's spreading water. Oh, is that amazing? Oh, it's unbelievable. It was Shabbos, but it had to be done on Shabbos. Anyways, there were some people that felt it's not right to watch this on Shabbos. Okay, let's go ask Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein. They went to ask Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein, and Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein said to them, after thinking, he said, there's nothing wrong with it. If it's mutter to be done on Shabbos, you're allowed to watch this plane do its magical feats, its twists and turns, its upside down, all kinds of feats. You can watch it. But you know something? I think I'll ask my brother-in-law, Reb Chaim Kanievsky. So he went to ask Reb Chaim Kanievsky. And could you imagine what Reb Chaim Kanievsky said? Reb Chaim Kanievsky said, Shabbos is made for learning Torah. So yes, it is mutter on Shabbos to watch these planes putting out the fires. But it's probably bittul Torah. Could you imagine as a Godel Hadar? Reb Chaim Kanievsky said, better not to watch these planes because it takes away from maybe Shnai Mikrovecha Targum, or it takes away from your Daf Yomi, or it takes away from your daily shir. So it takes a Godel Hadar, Reb Chaim Kanievsky, to say on Shabbos, it's taking away because it's bittul Torah. Okay, but Midinai, Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein said it's mutter to watch. And now, with an amazing story, unless we're having one raffle. Are we having a raffle now? I don't know if we are. Okay, so the story takes place. Rabbi Moshe Leib Sassov, he was a tremendous Rebbe, and there was amongst the many mitzvahs that he was very, very makpid on. He was makpid to free captives, people that should not be captive. He was very makpid on pidyon shvuyim. And of course, like most of my stories are, these stories are with a poritz. What's a poritz? A poritz is a landowner. He owns land, and in order for people to make money, he will allow them to use his land or the hotel or the forest to cut wood, and he would make sure that they better pay on time. Otherwise, you can forget it. But on you, I'll have no pity. And so it was. Reb Moshe Leib came to an inn. And for some crazy reason, the inn, you could not go into the inn because it was locked. And so he went around. He asked some of the people, could I ask you, why is the inn closed? And some of the people who also missed the inn, like there was a few people that used to like whiskey from that inn. They used to get vodka from potato vodka. You know problem? Moshke no pay on time. And the count, he no like Moshke now. He told him, you no pay, you gonna get in trouble. And not only that, he got into so much trouble where he locked him up in jail in his own private dungeon. And his wife is also in jail, and his 2 children are in jail with him. So Rabbi Moshe Leib knew right away what he had to do. He went to the count's house. He knocked on the door, but he couldn't get in because there were certain helpers that said, "You cannot go to count. You don't want to see him now." But Moshe Leib took out a shiny gold coin. "Oh, you want to go to count? No problem. I count that shiny gold coin. You go to count." But Moshe Leib made his way past one guard, another guard, and another guard. Finally, he knocked on the door. And the count himself said, "Who goes there now? Who is it?" And Moshe Leib said, "It is I. I have come to pay for the Jew his ransom. I don't care. I don't care. I warned him. And not only that, but even his 2 children, I'm going to make into good Christians." You can be sure they're not going to be Jewish. Could I please speak to you? I beg an audience with you. Okay. He opened the door. "Oh, such a holy-looking Jew. What is your name?" "Moshe Leib of Sassov." "I heard about you. Moshe Leib, what can I do for you?" "It is not money I want anymore." He's past that stage. He's finished with me. "But I don't understand. You can get your money back. I can give you 3 times the amount of money. You will..." I said I don't care. The only thing I missed from that inn is that Slivovitz vodka. Oh, that was good. I remember taking a bottle, popping the cork. That was good. Oh, yeah. That's what I miss. And he had this food, filtered fish, I think they called it. Filtered fish. Oh, that was good. That was so good. I liked it a lot. And he put some delicious horseradish on it. Oh, now that I think about it. Oh, I miss that so much. Why can't we get it back? I don't know. Moshe Leib then had a thought. Hashem put a thought in his mind. You're not going to believe what I'm going to offer. Let him go out. Let him be free with his family. But I will take his place. I, Moshe Leib Sassover, I will take his place. I will sit and rot in prison. Interesting. I never thought you have nothing to do with him, and yet you care about him so much. He is another Jew. He is my brother. Guards! We're here. The will of the king. Listen to me. Take this rabbi. I can't believe what he's offering. He wants to be instead of the Jew and his family. Take him down to the prison cell. Now. I cannot believe these Jews act like this. Moshe Leib was soon down in the prison cell. It stunk. It wasn't the best place to be. But Rabbi Moshe Leib didn't care. He knew that to help out another Yid was the most important mitzvah he can do. So what Moshe Leib did on land, here on earth, was causing a tremendous Reishim in Shemayim. The Malachim were running back and forth. the malachim, the angels were presenting the case to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Look at Moshe Leib. Look at Moshe Leib. He's giving up his life for another Yid. What can we do? What can we do? In Shemayim, there was a tremendous ruckus. An unbelievable thing took place. We are now going to hear the end of the story. That's right. So Moshe Leib was in there. He couldn't even daven so well because it was stinky. So he had to concentrate and think about davening. And Moshe Leib was thinking about davening when all of a sudden the Count, in his comfortable bed, in his beautiful mansion, oh, I'm not feeling well. Doctor, can you come here? Yes. What is it, Count? I don't feel well. You know, you look like you don't feel well either. What is it, doctor? What do you think? I don't know, but it's getting worse. Let's see how you feel tomorrow. The next day, the Count felt worse. Doctor, I'm not feeling well. The doctor looked him over very well. I'm afraid to tell you, you've got shtickle-citis. Shtickle-citis? Yes. I don't know how to tell you. Well, what does that mean? Well, it's a matter of time. Time? Does that mean I'm not going to wait? I'm not going to make it? Well, first what happens is you become paralyzed. You're not able to talk. You're not able to use certain parts of your body. No, Doctor, go call his holy priest, and you should offer confession and admit your sins to him before your last day. Immediately the priest came. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I'm so sorry to hear. Is there anything you want to admit to? Oh, yeah. I once took first at a meal and nobody had any leftover food. Okay, you are forgiven. Anything else more recently? Oh, yeah. I got this Jew in jail. And then I released him, but I put in a holy rabbi. That is definitely the reason why you are in jail. There is no question about it. There is no question that you are in jail because of that, and you are going to die because of that. What can I do? What can I do? Beg him forgiveness. Okay. He sent one of his guards. Guard, tell him whatever he asks of me. The guard went there. Rabbi Moshe Leib said, you should forgive the owner of the inn of at least 1 year of paying the inn and lower the amount you charge him. Okay, I agree. He came back. Rabbi Moshe Leib was not with him. Well, what now? He said, for 10 years. 10 years, let him have it rent-free. And lower the amount. Okay, bring the rabbi to me. I'll fill out a contract. Yes, whatever you say. Sure enough, Moshe Leib finally came. They signed the contract. 10 years free at the inn of the Poretz. And the price would be even less than half. This is what happens when a person does such a Kiddush Hashem, such a mitzvah of Pidyon Shvuyim, like Rabbi Moshe Blaustein Shlita did. May we be Zaycha now. There are many Shavuyim in Israel. There are many captives in Israel. We have to go out of our way to make sure to get those captives back. And Mir Tashem, we should be Zaycha to see Mashiach Tzidkenu Bimheira V'Yameinu. Amen. Thank you for tonight.
Rabbi Blaustein, there's something just as important as the raffle, and that is Hakara Satoy. So I'm going to allow everybody to unmute and say thank you. Let's hear it.
Thank you, Rabbi
And shout out to Dan.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Hi, guys.
Thank
Thank you, Los Angeles. Thank you. Los Angeles. Nash. Say hello to Ellie.
Hey. Hey.
Masha.
Great job.
You're doing. You're just playing.
Yeah, Rami. Whoa.
Kiva, you'll be able to
Hey,
watch
Kiva.
live on Thursday night. Kiva live on Thursday night.